So people are getting really annoyed at me because they don't actually listen to the fullness of what I say. Which is so hilarious to me. But I put a post, and a video about the coronavirus not being real, and everyone in the history of it all over assumed that it's because I'm saying the same things other people are saying, which is completely not what I'm saying. I was going to show you my child, but he ran. Didn't work out. Basically what I'm saying is not being said by anyone in the history of all Earth that I've heard anyways. I'm sure someone's saying it, but I haven't heard them saying it. So from my understanding, and possibly from my own experience of just living this life and observing it, is that we are in part, at least to a degree, creating our own reality. To what level exactly, I don't entirely know. But what I do know is we are definitely for sure, and I don't think any one of you can argue against this, that we are at least dictating how we are experiencing things that are happening. So if you have a more positive perspective, if you're more optimistic, then the enjoyment level that you're going to experience is much higher just by common sense than someone who's in fear and paranoia. So I've pointed out a few different possibilities, such as nobody has actual proof of anything, and there's no way for us to actually prove anything. So they can tell us whatever, and if we react to it, they can tell us anything, whether it's true or not. And then if say they were doing that, okay, and there's a lot of different reasons why they could do that. So if we're creating our own reality, maybe there is something that they want created through us, because we are like these enormously powerful creator beings, from my belief system. We are creators. We're the ones that create. They don't create. They get us to create what they want created. And so, say they wanted a specific outcome in something, whatever it may be, and they knew that if they tell us X, Y, and Z, then we'll go into fear and paranoia, and then that'll create and cause that thing that they're wanting created and caused. Then, saying there is a virus that's, deadly, and making this big whoop and deal about it, even if there was no such virus. However, it puts us into that state of fear and paranoia. Then we, majority, believe that, go into the state of fear and paranoia, and then now we have put into motion what is wanted to cause, maybe global catastrophe, like the earthquakes that are happening apparently all over the planet. I can only verify the ones I'm feeling personally here, but I have heard that it's worldwide. Hola, hola, hi. I don't understand. What? ¿Qué pasó? No, you want your boots on. Boots on. Uh-oh, he wants boots off. That's a vibe kill. It's not possible right now. There's dirt everywhere. So maybe they're wanting some sort of a global shift and in a lot of different genres and possibilities. It could be they're wanting an economic shift or power shift as to what we're going to allow them to do without us protesting, etc. So, you know, you can fill in the blanks, whatever the possible options are there. So we're creating results and outcomes just based on that. Could be that they just are bored and like to mess with us and watch us, you know, go loco and, you know, believe them, and they get some power rush out of that. In addition to it's just funny and, you know, blah, blah. Yeah, people are dying, but they don't really care because they're heartless evil. And it's possible that, I guess I better see, maybe has a rock in there. What, Yuck? I don't see anything. I'm not really good at this video or anything. Okay, well, let's take your socks off then. You're gonna get your socks all dirty. Bang. Give me your feet. Oh, shoot. Okay, you're gonna look at the sky now for a minute. Top of my head, I guess. Because I feel like I need to take these socks off this baby.
Mom, hold this.
Bring it over here, please. Okay, there you go, Jaku.
Look at those kids.
Look at those kids. Teenagers.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, well, they practice. And they practice really good too. Yeah, there's a whole lot of different possibilities of even like it being a completely made up thing would make sense, and all those possibilities could be factors. I question everything and I consider a lot of things that make sense to me. There's people saying that they're wanting to get us to quarantine so that they can put up the 5G towers behind our backs or whatever. Why would they need to do that? We love the internet. That doesn't even make any sense. They could put up those towers right in front of us and we'd be like, boom, 5G, yeah. So that to me makes absolutely no sense as to being why. I think that's probably something that was just put out there just to make us look like idiots. Those of us that are quote unquote conspiracy factists. Oh, now I have to put on the socks and the shoes. Okay, just a minute. Socks and shoes back on. Alright. Beat. Okay. Socks back on.
Hello.
Boots back on.
Hello.
Alrighty then. Because you know why this needs to happen.
What happened?
I don't know. He wanted his socks and shoes off, now he wants them back on. I guess he decided that it wasn't as good as he thought it would be, and so now he wants them back on. It's valid. I've done it. I'll do it.
It's like you guys say child smart.
Okay, Jaku. Stand up so those can go fully on. Right. Boom! Got your foot in? Push. There you go. There you go. Oh, jeez. Raining on my phone. I'm going to wipe my phone on my leg, so that's what it is. Anywho, so let's say the virus is totally legit and real, and, you know, people are getting sick and dying of it, and specific. So in my other video, I covered how you could die of something that's not real. So if you want to know what my perspective is on that, or, you know, some possible perspectives on that, look at my other video about Oh, it started raining again. I wish the sun would come out. I'm so tired of winter and freezing. Anyways, say the virus is real and it is, it's a matter of immune system and whatever, all the factors that come into play with a bacteria virus being deadly or not. Well, what's going to be your highest chance of surviving that in that event? Well, high vibe. High vibers. High vibers have stronger immune systems and survive things more than a person whom is a Debbie Downer, negative, fear-filled person. So there's an additional reason to high vibe and not buy into the fear and paranoia and all this of it. And then there's the fact of, say, high vibers don't survive, don't have higher immune systems than Debbie Downers. Well, then at least you get to actually enjoy your last days. So you're gonna be alive for a few more, they say it takes 6 weeks to kill you. So what do you want to do? Spend your last 6 weeks of life quarantined in your toxic, poison-filled home, afraid, not enjoying yourself, freaking out, being mean to people around you, because when you're afraid, you're mean, etc. Or you got 6 more weeks to live and you're enjoying your life and soaking hot springs and coming to a bike park, biking and fully enjoying your life with your positive perspective of, oh, everything's fine, all is well, etc. Like, you're not actually preventing anything by being a Debbie Downer, paranoid, fear-filled list maker of things to fear and be worried about. You're just an annoying, horrible human being to be around, and you're even annoying to your own self to be around. So,
Mom!
yep, I don't know. Where's Leo? ¿Dónde fue Leo? Oh, okay. So, there's all those different possibilities for you to consider. I know which ones I like to adhere to because they make me feel better and they make me be a nicer person to myself, make me be a nicer person to be around. But regardless of fact or truth for any of these possibilities, I think we can all agree that the fact is that if you're dancing and singing and enjoying life, you're at least going to not waste those last 6 weeks if we're all just doomed. I don't obviously believe that. I don't know if it's obvious. I don't believe that, we are in danger and totally screwed. Let's see, what is the... I can't think of the words that I want to use, but we're not in... I do not believe that we are susceptible and just so vulnerable to these little bacteria and viruses. It makes no sense to me, according to facts of reality, that we are more than 90% bacteria, virus, parasites, and all these things. If that's true, then why would we... Oh, she's such a brilliant naughty girl. I'm watching a dog, and she cannot get lost. Like, these are facts of actual reality, and she's really smart. Hey, Abigail. Oh, that's a naughty girl. It's a really naughty girl. Anyway, she's like nearly escaping. I do not believe that it makes any sense whatsoever that we're like so in danger of 90% of ourselves. Like, we are ecosystems for bacteria. I gotta put this down. We're ecosystems for bacteria. We're ecosystems for parasites. Abigail, I know you want to run, honey, but you can't. You cannot. You can't. You can't do it. I can't lose you. Sorry. When you're back with your mama, Sheila's going to take you on adventures and she'll let you free. Yep, she will. Don't worry about the hat. The hat's fine. I know, Abigail. I wish I could let you free, but I can't risk it. I could lose my job if I lose you. Or if you injure someone, okay? So you've got to chill. You've got to chill. That's really smart, though, that you're such a good escape artist. Pretty impressive, I must say. Ugh. Let's see, I need to get some leverage on this. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, can you get away from my phone? Thanks. Oh, she's so good. Okay. She's already escaped several times in my car from her leash. And maybe in the house, I can't remember. And there's like no broken leash. Like, I don't even know how she did it. I think she is a magician. Yeah, your helmet's over here. Do you want it? If you put that hat on and the helmet, it'll give you extra cushion. Where's Jaku? There he is. Oh, my life's so funny. We are ecosystems that house bacteria and viruses. Like, that makes no sense that we should be so afraid and susceptible of them. Definitely makes sense that we should not be trying to kill ourselves. So there's some fishy stuff going on. There isn't adding up.
Well, that's
So
way too tight.
what that does for me? Hold on, look up. Abigail, there. I loosened it. You don't want it too loose or it's not gonna be useful. Abigail, you cannot do that, loca. Poor thing. So much fun around here. She can't even enjoy it to appropriate levels. Remember for one more day. Anyways, what that information does for my brain and my perspective is I am not going to be afraid of bacteria, viruses, and look at this, digging her thing out. She's so good. I don't know if you could see anything, but she's digging out her anchor thing. It makes no sense to me that we be killing 90% of ourselves. It makes sense to me that we want to build our good army of bacteria, viruses, etc., because then that way we no pendeja, you do not chew your collar. It's my collar, actually, not collar, leash. It makes sense to me that the good bacteria help fight off the bad bacteria, and there's far fewer bad guys than good guys, and we serve ourselves better by building our army instead of killing off our army. It makes more sense to me that, you know, if it's been shown that people that are more happy and positive or have healthier immune systems, then to protect ourselves we need to be more happier and positive and not go into fear and spreading all the warning and lists of stuff to be afraid of. So you want to protect yourself and your family, it's better to not look at things that are stressing you out and that are making you worried and that are lowering your immune system, and start rather doing things that empower you. So I'm going to put the blog that's going up with this video will be some links to people that know a lot more than I do about how to empower yourself as far as, you know, how to get food and things from the wild, and a lot of, from my perspective, when you depend on a system who's very deficient to protecting you in the event that you get sick, then that's disempowering and it's frightening. So we empower ourselves by knowing how to build our immune system. So things I post, blogs and vlogs I make will be on how to be totally self-sufficient in keeping super healthy and getting yourself back to wellness in the event you get sick. It's really cheap and free to do this for yourself, and it's very extremely and totally like the only effective actually effective thing. So you just gotta keep posted, because I'm gonna do what I can, but I don't want to make money off of this. I don't want this to be the source of my income for various reasons. So I do other things that bring me income, and I do have to take care of my children, so which is good, because that actually gives me opportunity to go like, oh, my kid's sick, and this is what I did for my kid, and so I'm gonna do a blog about that. But I also, you know, have limited time and energy. But if you feel empowered, you know what to do for yourself. You don't have to depend on other people like your government or medical system or whatever, etc., to do things for you. Then you're gonna have a healthier immune system. You're gonna be healthier, and you know, kicking it for you and your kids. And the more empowered you are, the healthier you are, the more you're going to survive things like the coronavirus, if it's a real thing, okay? And then if you find amusing the idea of we live in a matrix and there is no spoon, then I do too, and I think those are fun things content I want to consider. Oh, that is really naughty. She's pulling out my stuff now. She's a very, very naughty girl. It's the truth. I take all the troubled dogs. Anyways, keep an eye on what I put out. It's all gonna empower you, help you totally thrive through these things that are put out there for us to stress about. Peace.